Okay, I'm going to do a quick tip video. I'm going to try to make it quick. I have an abundance of dowel cutoffs for making post racks. So this is just from that last job, and I've done several production runs, so I have a whole bunch of this stuff. So I'm trying to figure out uses for this material. This is what I came up with, making stop collars for drilling operations. So you can make your own stop collars using these little dowel cutoffs. And there are a few advantages to making your own stop collars this way. One of the advantages is that you get a positive stop reference in between the workpiece and the drill chuck. So if I have this drill bit seated all the way into the drill chuck, this dimension here will never change. This dimension will never change. So there's no, if I'm using a regular stop collar, this has a chance of coming loose over time. I've had a lot of frustration using these with the set screws coming loose. And there's always trial and error to get it to line up right. So this is a pain in the neck. This method is a lot easier. And so for production use, this is more reliable, and it's faster with the setup, because I can just slide this off and slide it back on again when I want to get it set up. So that's handy. So I'm going to show how to make these. The challenging part about making these is how to cut small parts like this safely without getting your fingers dangerously close to machine tools. Okay, so I came up with a method for cutting small parts like this using a simple work holding jig, which is a scrap 2x4 and plastic wrap. So I'm going to show a method to safely cut parts that are teeny tiny like this without getting your hands dangerously close to the blade. Okay, so let's say, for example, I have to make this piece that's 2 inches long. So I have this piece, it's about 6 inches long. So I'll just make a quick measurement here. So that's 2 inches right there. So I'm going to wrap this with the plastic wrap so that I can see the mark in the upright position. So that's more than enough plastic to secure these parts on, to keep them from wiggling around. So I can still see the mark clearly through the plastic, and I can keep my hand at a distance, and I can make that cut just on the chop saw. It's easier. So I'll go ahead and make that cut just to illustrate how this works. Okay, let's say I just wanted to cut this piece in half to get some smaller pieces. I can make the cut just as safe. It's 3 inches. Most drill presses will only have a maximum of 3 inches of stroke. So that's just barely not enough to clear all the way this through. But I find that it's better to drill halfway through if it's even over like 2 inches, because the friction as you bore really deep gets really high, and that can spin it out. So it's easier just to drill it from both ends to start it that way. And then you can drill all the way through once you have those 2 holes started. So I have these old style clamps that I use specifically for doing this. So I don't really use these clamps for anything else. They're kind of clunky, but this is what wood shops used to use all the time for clamping stuff. So I can put that right in there like that. And if you want to buy dowel cutoffs, I'll be selling packages like this on eBay. I'll just have to figure out the shipping costs. So I have 2 different sizes of dowels that I've been using. So I'll just do a mixed bag like this. And you can look for that on eBay. If you need just pieces of dowels, chances are you're a woodworker and you already have little scrap pieces like this kicking around that you can make use of. So this is primarily just an information video. I'm not trying to make money selling scrap wood. I'm just showing some techniques, the use of scrap wood that you can utilize for making your own stop collars, and also a method of cutting small round parts safely without taking too many risks.